celebrating Constitution Day, recalling the signing of Europe's first constitution in 1791. And I'm hoping I got that right, but that's why we have an expert joining us right now to talk a little bit more about their 5K run and walk event. It's the assistant to the Polish Institute of Culture and Research Director and Media Center Associate, Mietek Oniśkiewicz, joining the Splash Live. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Kevin. And your pronunciation was great. You must be Polish, probably.
I so gladly appreciate that. My producers know I want to make sure I pronounce everyone's name correct. So
Perfect.
we have a
Perfect
great,
pronunciation.
interesting event going on right now. We have the 5K, or excuse me, Vivat 3 Maja 5K run walk.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I said
Yeah.
that right.
It's
That's
a,
happening
it's
May 4th, Orchard Lake Schools campus. Give a little bit more information, please.
okay. This is the name, Vivat Trzeci Maja, which means the long life for 3rd of May. Uh, the 3rd of May, it was a very special, unique, patriotic event many years ago, as you correctly said, in 1791. It was the first European constitution signed in Europe, second in the world. But if we are very carefully look and extend the American Constitution together with the Bill of Rights, which was finally ratified on December 15th in 1791, and actually would be year after Polish Constitution. And it is very important feast for Polish people because it gave some kind of hopes for independence at that particular time. Poland was devoured by different nations, especially Russia and Prussia during this particular time. Unfortunately, it was not very successful because 3 years later, we know that Poland was completely partitioned by those countries. Therefore, reviving still today, gives us a great opportunity to think what is the most important for particular nation.
There you go.
Yeah.
You go. Great context too behind the great event and a Constitution Day, which will be celebrated, which is technically May 3rd, like you say, but it will be celebrated during this event on May 4th. So from this event, May 4th, what can participants expect from this race event?
This will be mostly a run. We will start with the run for 5 miles. Some people, of course, could take a walk, and because it will be like you could see behind me, little tour what will happen. It was about 1 mile. Therefore, they will go around 3 times. And if anybody is too tired, they could always, to make it shorter if somebody doesn't have enough strength to walk through or to run. And then we'll be a little bit social after. Of course, we'll start with some kind of patriotic moments. Will be probably national anthem during this particular time. There will be a couple of cultural events during this time. I know that Wawel, this is like a national dancing group, also will be present over there.
Okay.
And it's mostly socialization because next day also will be some other events happen in church. Also at Orchard Lake will be some kind of little academy, which will be some kind of presentation of poetries and some other stuff.
Oh, okay. Interesting. And for our people who may not be watching, who are listening on 89.3 Lakes FM, we had some great visuals of the map and the route, which we will get into also. But joining us right now is the assistant to the Polish Institute of Culture and Research and Media Center Associate, Mietek Oniśkiewicz, joining us on the Splash Live, talking about their upcoming event, the 5K run walk happening May 4th at Orchard Lake Schools campus. So looking at this route right here, if looking at the visuals on Civic Center TV, this is kind of interesting route. It's not just a circle around the track like I anticipated. Can you just give a little bit more details into the logistics of this route?
Yeah, I see. We actually first plan was to run around the campus. Campus itself is much bigger and would be probably about 2 miles. Unfortunately, or fortunately in this case, we had some other events happen at that particular morning. There will be some kind of rowing on the lake. And therefore, the southern part of Orchard Lake campus will be closed for that particular event. Therefore, we had to move a little bit north, which, if you see on the map, closer to this sport arena over there. And it's quite nice area over there. Will be a completely independent, will be quite safe area for everybody. And um, what what to say? I think, first of all, this is the first such a run.
Right.
Our intention was also to maybe to turn a little bit to younger generations, because they are probably more focused on that particular activities. Very often, so far before, we had some celebrations in church and in some kind of academy when people were sitting doing nothing. This time we tried to start maybe something active. I hope it will be continued in the future years. If it's very successful, I hope it will.
Right,
It's
right,
going
right.
to.
And that's why we do our job here at the Splash Live. Get the word out to the community. That's why we are live, local, and literally social on social media. We want people to share the content and spread that information. There's a lot of people that like to get out there in the community, walk, run, and support the different cultures that we have in the community. Lastly, while I do have you here, Mietek, I just want to talk about the registration process for anyone watching, listening, interested in participating. How does the registration process work, and what is included with the registration fee?
Yeah, and the registration fee is $20. You could register on polishweekly.com. Was the title of our newspaper, which we normally have. Yeah, you probably have already this address. Unfortunately, I mean, we only mostly cover just the T-shirts and some other really necessary elements of
Of
this
course.
particular run. Still, we could accept some registration. So far, yesterday I checked, it was 96 probably people registered. Therefore, we still have 1 week to register, and I hope we'll have more people for this event.
Nice, nice. Very interesting. Thank you for providing all of that information, the details, and thank you for letting me know that I pronounced your name correct. That means so much to me. Any
Yeah,
last
it's
or parting words for the community before we leave?
uh, once again, everybody is welcome to participate. Not only Polish people. This is, I think, event which
Hmm.
could. We have a lot of people who are not actually purely Polish, and just have a nice, good time over here to share friendship and this very, very important day for not only for Poland, but I think right now focusing on constitution, when so often constitution is put aside in any country, including the
Hmm.
United States, when we see some politician breaking some constitution. Probably it's very important to remind us about those values which were behind such important documents in the world.
Absolutely. Well, thank you again. Join us on the Splash
Thank you very
Live,
much.
assistant to the Polish Institute of Culture and Research and Media Center associate Mietek Oniśkiewicz. Join us. Thank you so
Thank
much
you,
for your
Kevin.
time.
Thank you for having me.